The people have spoken. I'm part of the people. And we want James Flex Lewis to get a special invite to the 2022 Mr. Olympia. And we're back, guys, for another edition of This Week in Bodybuilding, brought to you courtesy of TitanMedicalCenter.com, your go-to source for all the amazing therapies like Nectar of the Gods, Titan Complete, and the brand new Aries therapy, which will be a game changer in weight loss. So, guys, yes, we want to see James Flex Lewis on the Mr. Olympia stage. We want to see him next to Big Ramy at 100%, David and Goliath. We want to see what is going to happen, okay? Bodybuilding fans have been waiting for this for a long, long time. Now, I understand that Dan was answering questions on Instagram. Somebody says, hey, is James Flex Lewis going to get a special invite? He's like, it's only January. A lot of people took that to mean that he wasn't going to get one. You know what I mean? And it snowballed. A lot of fans, a lot of influencers, a lot of media outlets took it to mean that. And I feel like, look, if you're saying trust the process, because Dan clarified, he's like, guys, I didn't say he wasn't going to get one. It's just January, hashtag trust the process. So my thinking is this: if you're going to give him a special invite in like April or May or June or July, just give it to him now. Because the fact is that a lot of people think you're not going to give it to him. And it's not your fault. I'm speaking to Dan here, Dan Solomon, the Chief Olympia Officer, my friend. A lot of people, because of their own irrational assumption jumping, think that you're not going to give it to him. And your clarification and trust the process is great, but it's not going to undo the snowball effect. And so if you guys are going to give him one, give it to him now. You know what I mean? Just a humble request from a little fish in the vast sea of media outlets, because it's only going to sell more tickets. The whole purpose of this special invite, as far as I'm concerned, is to appease the fans, give them what they want. You know, Kevin Levrone, Kai Green, Cedric McMillan. That's what the special invite is all about. And so people want to see the GOAT of the 212, the winningest 212 pro ever, competing next to, of all people, the biggest guy that we've ever seen on a bodybuilding stage, which is Big Ramy. You know what I mean? And I feel like Flex Lewis was given a special invite a couple of years ago, back in 2020, for that 4 Mr. Olympia marketing package. He wasn't able to compete because of health reasons. He put his health first. And after the 2021 that we've had, with so many bodybuilders dying and being sidelined by injuries because they just will not put their health first, I think that, Flex should be applauded for putting his health first. And I feel like that's a legitimate excuse for not taking a special invite. But further to that point, unlike Kai Green, no offense, Kai, who got that special invite and, up until the night before the Olympia, was down the street at some parking lot crying and saying he couldn't compete for some big-ass reason. Flex gave the promoters ample notice that he couldn't compete. He didn't bullshit around. He didn't mess with the fans. He didn't have people buying tickets to go to the Olympia and then pull out at the last minute. He gave the promoters ample notice. And then he promoted the event from all of his platforms, even though he couldn't compete. So that, in addition to the fact that his inability to compete a couple of years ago because of health, should make an even stronger case for why he deserves a special invite in 2022. So again, I understand the idea that maybe give it to him later, it's only January, but because of the snowball effect, because of like this bad taste in everybody's mouth, I think you should give him a special invite now. And I also think you should let Shaun Clarida compete in both. You know what I mean? Making him pick between the open and the 212 is a shitty move. It's a shitty move. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys can do whatever you want, right? And at the end of the day, we want to make bodybuilding more entertaining. We want to sell more tickets. We want this to become a bigger sport. You know what I mean? And since Jake Wood took over the event and you moved it from the dreadful Orleans to this beautiful Zappos Theater back on the Las Vegas Strip, the pay-per-view is so much better. Everything is so much better. Why not keep with this momentum? Let the giant killer Shaun Clarida compete in both open and 212. Give James Flex Lewis a special invite, and let's have a freaking awesome 2022 with some real serious build-up to the Super Bowl of Bodybuilding. That's just me, Christian Duke, thisweekinbodybuilding.com.